I'm good.
All right, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Cincinnati Bengals 26 to 25 on Sunday. Very good game. What are your initial thoughts, reactions, just any comments, or
Initial
just
thought
any key
is
takeaways?
Mahomes got bailed out.
Hmm.
The PI
Interesting.
call was a bailout.
Hmm.
Yeah, very mediocre game.
Hmm.
Uh,
I wouldn't
Joe,
even say mediocre. It's probably his worst game of his career, but
very, yeah, okay. Mediocre is very nice to say. Very bad game. Pacheco had a good game. Sad that he got hurt.
yeah.
He'll be back, but hopefully soon. But
Oh, you didn't see the news?
he's I know he's on the what's it called?
He's
The IR.
he's out for 6 to 8 weeks at
Ooh,
least.
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I saw IR. I
I
didn't know
saw
six.
they were like showing like they were in talks with Kareem Hunt like it,
Yeah, I
but
saw Kareem Hunt. Honestly,
yeah, it's
that's
gonna.
I don't think that's as a Chiefs fan. Like I wouldn't be that worried. Like 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Like
But,
he's good, but like running back's kind of replaceable. Kareem Hunt's kind of fun, player. But in the game, yeah. What do you think about the PI call?
oh, it's just clearly PI. I know a lot of people are going to complain. I mean, even the announcers, like, no one was arguing on the broadcast. Like, he got there. I mean, it's clear, especially on the replay when they showed in slow motion from the two different angles. He, like, just hit him, like, way before the ball got there. Like, that's a catchable ball if he doesn't hit him. Like, the ball was going right to
I
his
don't think that's
hands.
catchable.
But the ball was going right to his hands. Like, that was a dot. But,
Terrible throw.
I mean, a lot of people will love to talk about the call, but then like, I mean, just the if you're saying it's rigged, just the call right before that, the Chiefs converted on a 4th and 6, and there was illegal hands to the face called, which is why it was 4th and 16 in the first place. So I mean, they're calling. I mean, the refs are gonna miss. The refs miss a lot during this game. That's the thing that I got. There was a play similarly like that in like the second quarter. I want to say it was either the first or second quarter. Rasheed got PI like the same way and they didn't call it. So I mean, it's a PI for like no matter what team it is, no matter what quarter it is, no matter what down it is. So it's like I didn't like it when it wasn't called in the second quarter. I'm happy it was called there because it's the PI. So I think there's just a lot of stuff missed on both sides. But I mean it happens, but yeah. But I think it's definitely a fair call. I mean you have to call that. Just don't hit
Okay,
them.
I'm just hating.
Yeah, yeah.
What are some key takeaways from this game for you?
So key takeaway is that I mean, my major key takeaway is that the Chiefs keep winning against these good teams, these close games, and they're not playing good right now. Specifically Mahomes. Mahomes isn't really playing particularly well. I mean, I think it's up for debate. That could have been his worst game of his career. I know they were showing like it's still the lowest like amount of yards he keeps. It's the second lowest amount of yards he's passed for in a game, and his lowest was because he got hurt during it. So technically, it's like when he's played start to finish, just the least amount of yards he's thrown in a game. But I don't know. He's just been have just some of his passes, those picks that he had, like the first one especially, that was just a horrible pick. I don't. He was trying to move the linebacker with his eyes. I don't know if he just didn't see him jump it, but I don't know. Even in the Ravens game, that other pick, like he has 3 picks right now, which is just they're just all like not good passes. He's just I don't know what's going on. I'm not concerned because I mean it's Mahomes. I mean we saw this last year and even 3 years ago, kind of a slump sometimes. I mean, I think the key takeaway would be that they're still winning these games. They're finding ways to win at the end of the games. Their situational football is just amazing. Like they start off games really good and then they finish games off really strong. And I think that's the main part. It's just they gotta be better throughout the middle parts of the game. Their defense has been stepping up huge though, but that would be my key takeaway. Oh, and then Pacheco's injury. Um, I actually think it's a pretty big deal. Not saying that.
Really?
Uh, yeah, well, just because like their whole offense has changed ever since Pacheco has kind of like emerged and been like the actual vital part. Like especially last year, like they ran the ball a lot and it's kept defenses like it's helped with the
Yeah, yeah.
passing offense because they have to respect the run. Um, so no, I don't think like they're going to be dropping a bunch of games, but it's just going to put a lot of more pressure on Mahomes, which I mean he's just going to have to perform way better now. Because I mean he's probably going to be throwing like 40 passes a game now, like without Pacheco and like yeah. So
I I had some positives and negatives for both teams. I'd say my positives for the Chiefs is I think Rashid Rice is really turning into like
mm,
receiver one. Like he's being that guy. And I'll say
yeah.
my negative, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a negative, it's just a transformation. It's Travis Kelce's really, regressed. Even last
Mm,
year he regressed a little bit, but I think this year, like, You're kind of seeing age catch up to him. And just the younger receivers on the Chiefs are just they're getting more opportunities, and it's not really Kelsey as the main target.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To your first point, yeah, Rashid's been great.
Rashid is
I mean,
he just looks good on the field,
he been, yeah,
not
yeah.
even just the
But
stat.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But in terms of Kelsey, yeah, I think that you could definitely see the a little bit of regression. I know part of it's also he's just trying to save himself too. Like that's what happened last year. I mean, in the
Yeah.
playoff, he was critical. He went off. I mean, that Baltimore game, I think he had like 11 catches for over 100 yards in the touchdown. So part of it's that. Um, and I think part of it's because of the other skill players, like you said, that they have around him. Like Kelsey doesn't have to do too much right now
Yeah.
because they've been relying on those other people. But now with Pacheco's injury, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to force them to throw the ball more, do some other things, get more people involved. But I'm not really too concerned about Kelsey. I mean, I think come playoff time, he's going to be fine like last year. It's just I think it's just now he's not that going to be that dominant week to week player that you can like rely on like he has been in the past. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't think he's at like that level anymore because of his age. So like, I don't think he can do that. But
And we could talk about the Bengals. I just had a
yeah.
question. Like, are you worried about Jamar just because he's been kind of a slow start?
Mm,
He hasn't got paid.
yeah.
You're arguing that, like,
I I think a lot of it has to do with him not getting paid. I think that's
yeah.
still in his head. I think he's still hot about that. I mean, I'd probably be mad too. Like,
But
but
he got offered he got offered 4 year 130. He got offered 35 mil a year, 4 year 130. You saw that?
oh, he did.
140.
I mean,
It's
you
like
know what kind of money he wants, but
he wants, yeah. I mean, is he just yeah, he's Justin Jefferson level, I think
yeah.
that.
But
But
yeah, I mean that play that he had where he got the flag for
mhm,
arguing with the ref, that's you can't do that. You got to keep it. That really hurt them because then that turned like a 3rd and 7, which is manageable, into what like it was like 3rd and 22, I think. But
yeah.
that really hurt. Um, I really think Cincinnati should have won the game. They outplayed them. They came in there, played I mean they obviously had their mistakes. But they played a really solid game. They should have won. That Joe Burrow fumble for 6, that's what really killed them too. But that's what
But
got the Chiefs back in the game.
the Bengals always start off, slow like the past couple years. They always go 0-2. So I think if you're a Bengals
But I
fan,
mean losing to the Patriots though, like you can't do that.
they lost to a bad team last year too. Who did they lose to last year?
I know, but in previous years, Joe Burrow had never had like the off season really. Like he was always hurt. Like this is the first year he had a full off season,
I wouldn't be too worried.
at least what they reported. People are still saying
The
his
only thing
hands
I'm worried
messed
about is
up, but
Jamar. Other than
really.
Jamar, I'm not worried if I'm the Bengals.
But I think another positive is that receiver man I don't want to mispronounce his name.
You talking about
The one who got 2 touchdowns. I don't want to pronounce it. I'm gonna pronounce the name wrong.
Andre?
Osiris? Yeah, Osiris or whatever. Osivas. I don't know how they pronounce
Only
it in
have
the
seven
broadcast, but
yards.
no, but like he came up big in those critical like
Yeah, no, he did come up.
one of them was on 4th down. They went for it on 4th and goal, and he just
Mhm.
got open 1-on-1. But I think another thing that is, I mean, that's going to be T Higgins when T Higgins
Yeah.
comes back. Like, I mean, McDuffie was playing one of the reasons why Jamar was limited is because McDuffie was like on him 1-on-1 the whole game, and he was covering him good. But I mean, and they were doubling sometimes. But I mean, that's going to be T working on the outside and T 1-on-1. I mean, if like, I think the Bengals are going to be dangerous once they're fully healthy, and they just match up
I
against
do.
the Chiefs really well.
Do you
But
think Joe Mixon is a big loss for the Bengals, or you don't really think it's that big of a loss?
I don't really think that's that big of a loss. He's doing great on the Texans though. I know he got hurt in the game on Sunday night, but hopefully
Yep.
he recovers healthy or fast. But yeah,
Yeah, he had a good week 1. But
yeah.
anything else?
But no, I mean I think the Bengals are going to be fine. I mean it helps that the Ravens started off 0-2. I know what I mean. The Steelers are undefeated right now, right? I'm not really
Yeah,
too
but
worried about that. Yeah, but
Browns don't look too
yeah.
great.
I mean that's it. I think both teams are gonna be in the playoffs, but and they're gonna be fine.
All right.
But would you love to see? Do you want to see this matchup in the playoffs again?
I'd love to see this. But I mean, there's a lot of good AFC teams. I think,
But like, do you think last? But do you think this is the best rivalry in the NFL right now?
yeah, I think because the Bengals match up with the Chiefs
Mm.
uh better than anyone else, like in the AFC.
Yeah.
are damn near in the NFL if we're being honest. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying the Bengals
Oh
are the
yeah.
second best team in the NFL. I think the
No, but they
Niners
just
are
match up.
very
Yeah,
good,
matchups make that's
but
a
matchups
keep
make,
yeah.
yeah, you
Make
know what I mean?
fights, yeah.
Exactly.
Dallas makes fights, yeah. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it was just a great game. I would love to see it again in the playoffs too. They're always good. I mean, it's interesting when Mahomes and Burrow they threw the graphic up when they've played against each other. I mean, it's always been decided by three, and then now this game was one, but so it's always been like decided by like a field goal at the end. So I mean, it always comes down to the wire. But
Mhm.
yep, great game though.